In the tracking examples we've seen so far in this chapter, After Effects has done just an absolutely amazing job at getting a good track. But unfortunately, that's not really the case all the time. Bless After Effects' little heart. And so After Effects also includes an application called Mocha, which is a program developed just for tracking. And it's capable of achieving a much better track than After Effects. And it works a little bit differently. So I wanted to show that to you here. I've launched Mocha. I'm going to go ahead and click Start here on this welcome screen. And then I'm going to go to File, New Project to create a new project. At the top, Import Clip to track. I'm going to select Choose. And then I'm going to navigate to the video folder inside the media folder inside the exercise files. And I'm going to select the same Cool Bird clip that we used before. I'm going to go ahead and click Open. Once you've imported this clip, we get information about the project. We can name it here. We get options, a frame range. We get advanced settings here as well. So you basically want to make sure that your settings here match the settings from the original footage. Now it's saying here that my pixel aspect ratio is custom. It's a 0.56. If I go back to After Effects, I could see that the footage actually uses a 1.0, in other words, a square pixel aspect ratio. So I'm going to go to this pixel aspect ratio drop down inside Mocha, and I'm going to search for a square pixel aspect ratio. I'm not really seeing that, so let's go ahead and just select this and just type 1.0 and tab away from that. And we'll go ahead and click OK, and I'll go ahead and click Yes here. So here we have the same footage as before with the bird. Here's the timeline in Mocha. So we could click here with our current time indicator, and we could click and drag and move this back. And what I'm going to do is we don't track with points in Mocha, and that's one of its benefits because with points they get obscured easily and they're often difficult to track because of the differences in noise and pixels. And so Mocha actually tracks areas. So I'm going to go ahead and click this X area right here. It's the X-spline layer tool in the top of the toolbar here in Mocha. And I'm going to select the same area that I used for the bird that I only mentioned last time. But this time we'll actually see it in play. I'm going to click here once, let go, click and let go, click and let go, click and let go, and then I'm going to right click to end my spline here. And we could also click and drag and move these points around if we want to change things, but that's pretty much good as it is now to get a good track. And so to start tracking, we go over here to the right area underneath the timeline, and I'm going to click this button here, which is Track Forwards. Very similar to the button found in After Effects. So I'm going to click that. And we notice that without even setting up like a distinct point or a search region or a feature region, we just click that spline and Mocha is off and running. Another thing that After Effects cannot track, at least not very well, is differences in depth as far as like objects moving towards you, and Mocha can track that. Give this another few seconds here, and we'll go ahead and wait till this is done. Okay, so Mocha has finished tracking, and if I scrub this backwards, you could see that, again, we're not getting any drift here, so Mocha knew what was going on, and it followed this crazy random area throughout the entire shot, which is very cool. Now, one of the things that's a little bit different than what we've seen so far is that we have these 4 points, and Mocha is referred to as a planar tracker as opposed to After Effects' point tracker, which tracks a single point. We're tracking an area here in Mocha. So this is great for like removing computer screens and that type of thing that have an area like this. However, in this case, when we export this to After Effects, it's actually going to export this as an area like this. We're going to get a little bit different results, we predict. So let's go over here to Export Data, and I'm going to click on Export Tracking Data. Go ahead and click this and change the format to After Effects' transform data. We'll go ahead and click that and go ahead and copy it to the clipboard. Next, I'm going to go back to After Effects in our project here. I'm going to select our text, and then because it's copied to the clipboard, I'm simply going to select the layer and press Command V or Control V on the PC to paste this tracking data. And it moves it off the screen a little bit. That's okay. Let's go ahead and press A for anchor point and Shift P for position. Now you'll notice that anchor point and position have keyframes throughout the entire animation on every frame, as opposed to After Effects tracking data, which only uses position. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and click on anchor point, making sure that we're on a frame with the keyframe. And I'm going to adjust the Z value and actually the X and Y too. So I'm going to adjust the X, drag this down, and Y. And just get that to where we like it. And let's go ahead and move it forward in Z space. And we could preview this. And it looks great. We're even getting a little bit more jerkiness. It's almost like following things a little bit more closely here. So we're almost getting some dimensional movement as well. So pretty cool track. We don't have to preview this entire thing, but let's back up and see what we have so far. Looks pretty good. So again, the same type of results as we saw with After Effects' tracker, but it was a little bit easier with Mocha, and there's just a lot more power there as well.